you saying? Really? Oh. Tell me more. Really? Oh. Oh. You're so chatty. You are. Come here then. You want attention? Come here. Oh. Oh. What? Oh. What are you saying? Oh. Really? Anyway. Anyway, I'm not talking to you. Lay down. Lay down. You gobby. Oh, good boy. No, lay down. Oh. People always love cat content. Oh, the rough strokes. The rough strokes. Do any of you have cats that like rough strokes? If you stroke them just like gently like this, they don't like it. They like it only when you're like full on scratching into them. And like, the rougher the better. Is that good? Anyway, hello. Yes, I've dyed my hair. Oh my god. love a good box dye. Also, thank you to whoever sent me a bunch of bleach packets, because now I can keep my bleach topped up. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Whoa! Really? What are you saying? Oh, it's all about Hades, huh? It's the Hades show. I had lots to say, but screw that, huh? We'll just move all the trash. Aw. Oh. Really? Oh. Tart. I really hope you can hear all of this attitude I'm getting. This is what I deal with. This is what I deal with. Just a gobby little shit. I dyed my hair. I haven't dyed my hair black in a long time. Last time I dyed my hair black, I had like really thick hair. And it kind of looked a little bit like Lego hair. I also did all of it black, so it like really looked like Lego hair. You know what I mean? Like, do you not like it? Well, yeah. So, it's interesting. It's new. We're trying it. Yeah. I haven't posted in a little while. Oi! Stop! You gobby. He's not usually this gobby. He's not usually this chatty. He's showing up for you, aren't you? Stop. Oh. Oh. But yeah, I haven't posted in a while. I haven't been very well. Mentally. Like, I think you can tell when you're ill mentally or you're not doing too great. It's been like a little while. You know, because just like things play up, but then other things don't. I haven't switched, I don't think, for a while, which is giving me massive imposter syndrome again. I see lots about people suffering with this disorder daily, and how it affects them every single day. And in some ways, it does affect me every day, but most of the time, it's the other things that I suffer with affect me more. You know, like I can go weeks without switching. It gives me such imposter syndrome, you know, because like I don't know why. I guess it's because I spend weeks at home. There's nothing massively triggering me in my own home or in my environment, you know, so it's like there's no need to switch. But also, I think I block switches a lot. You know, I've got to work on letting go, and we all know this, that I'm very afraid of it, and I've got to work on not being afraid of it. Um, but yeah, it's like the other things play up. Do you know what I mean? Like my OCD or my pain, or maybe not my pain plays up, but like I get more affected by my pain when I'm not doing great. Do you know what I mean? Like I've just kind of been like bullying my legs a little bit. My OCD is not happy at the moment. So that's fun. But yeah, I thought, you know, it might be good. It's first day on my own in a while, so I thought it might be good to do a little update of some form. Um, yeah, um, we got a wheelchair, new wheelchair. Um, we loved the fact that we had a wheelchair before, but we barely used it because you can't push yourself in it. You know, I had to have somebody push me, and it was good for you, like when we were at the flat and it was a bit of a walk to like town. So Casey would push me in the chair to town and then push me back. You know, it would save the walk. But now that we're so far from town that it's like we'd have to get on a bus and things like that, it was never really feasible to use. Also, the terrain around here is just terrible. So many curbs, so many hills, so many things like that. So I could never really use it. So we got a new chair. We found it in it's like a secondhand warehouse thing. They sell freaking everything. Like I got this as well at the same time for like £1. They had like 30 or 40 pairs of like full on outfits. This is a jacket, and I also got trousers for also like £1. Of like proper Royal Marine, like British Royal Marine uniforms. And I quite like army print, so I thought like this to make a cool jacket, trousers to make a cool trousers. But like they sell fucking everything. They had random clothes, they had random items, you know, like boxes and fishing stuff and golf clubs and rugs, and do you know what I mean? It's just like a secondhand like warehouse. But anyway, they had a wheelchair, a self-propelled one that you could push. So I went and got that, which is great. It's quite heavy, so I'm gonna have to get used to pushing it. Build my strength up in my arms. But I can still be pushed in it, so that's good. You know, I'm going to try and use it more when somebody else can push me if my arms get tired, because my condition does still affect my arms. So that would be a nightmare if my arms completely die and I'm like stuck because my legs don't work, my arms don't work, and I then can't move. I do eventually want to get like some form of battery or motor or power thing to like put on the back of it, just to add that little extra boost, just because like I am weak as shit. So that would help. But yeah, it's gonna be good, hopefully. Having some wheels, you know, for the days, because like especially around here in my local area, I don't really use any kind of walking aids, maybe my cane if I can, because there's just so many steps, so many random hills, you know, trying to get a wheelchair or a rollator up steps or hills, it's a nightmare. So like I don't really use them, and then I get really tired and really dead, and then I can't walk the next day, and then I just end up spending like all day inside. Not good. So I think it'd be good to start using it a little bit more, like especially if I'm like, oh, like especially if I'm going into town or something. But yeah. I also had a message. I just want to like say this, you know. I had a message of somebody asking like, oh, what happened to you that you need a wheelchair? Don't just ask people that. Like I know if you're watching this, you probably meant it in the nicest way, but don't ask people that. Like I have a video on my channel for that reason, and you can literally just type in boboandco, why am I in a wheelchair, and it literally will come up, and I explain everything there, you know. I don't want to be teaching people every time, you know. I think that's one of the biggest fears about using my chair, is I don't look disabled, whatever disabled means, you know. I don't look like, when I would sit in the disabled seats on the bus as a teenager, I didn't look disabled, you know. I never, so people would just give me shit. Thankfully now there's like the sunflower scheme. I don't know where my lanyard is right now, but that helps, you know, the having I swear it was around me somewhere. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. This helps, having something, because like people know and recognize this now in the UK. I think it's in other countries, but I don't know. It's not in America, I know that. It's called the sunflower scheme. This green sunflower pattern, it indicates that you have a hidden disability, that you might not look disabled, but you have something wrong with you. Well, not wrong with you, but you know what I mean? That you have a disability, whether it be physical, mental, you have Tourette's, you have autism, something, do you know what I mean? And people then will accommodate to you. They will then hopefully notice and be like respectful and nicer, do you know what I mean? So I wear this whenever I go out. I've also got my little cards from Stickman Communications. Love them. So I've got this one about the fact that I use different things. So if I'm out and not using anything, that it's I might struggle more. So yeah, if you see me, I sometimes use a walking aid due to a variable condition. If you see me without it, I might be having a good day, or I might have symptoms that stop me using it, like problems with my arms. Or I have set myself a challenge. Often things are harder when I am not using my walking aid, despite me looking better. So like that's one thing of information. I've obviously covered it in stickers. And then we have this one about FND. Just says, I have functional neurological disorder. It can cause many sensory symptoms, movement or sensory symptoms. These can vary over time and may include seizures, tremors, tics, paralysis, weakness, and problem with balance, speech, vision, understanding, bladder, bowels, and more. Symptoms are due to a problem with my nervous system. They can be as debilitating as MS or Parkinson's. Living with this is my normal. So like, yeah. They just kind of explain, so if somebody is being too nosy, I can shove a card in their face and be like, fuck off. So yeah, that helps, but yeah. I don't know, I get nervous, there's a lot of stigma around wheelchairs, and I was saying this to Casey recently, that I think it's quite hard it's obviously really hard being in a wheelchair and really hard being disabled, but I think it is hard in a different way. being an ambulatory user, one that needs different aids, somebody who can walk some days and then can't the other, because on days when you can walk, you notice how easy things are. I can just hop on a bus. I can just walk to my train station. There's 2 flights of stairs to get to my local train station to get into town. You know, I can wander around any shop, no matter where, whether there's a step or stairs or anything, you know. People treat you differently, you know, they just treat you like someone normal or whatever, you know. Whereas I go around in my chair and then I see how society is not built for me in my chair, how difficult it is to get on a bus, how difficult it is to get around town or to get anything, you know. All of the counters in shops are really high, so when you come up to a counter to pay for something, you're met with a counter that's here, you know, and you have to put stuff up like this, do you know what I mean? Or if somebody's pushing you, the staff members talk directly above you and at the person who's pushing you and not at you, even though you're the one asking for something. Talk to you like you're stupid. They talk to you like you're deaf, you know? It's all these different things that you're treated completely differently when you're in a wheelchair. And I think when you're in a wheelchair, obviously I don't know this, but like I feel when you're in a wheelchair all the time, you learn, you get used to it. That's your life. That's just how it is, you know. You have to get the ramp down on the bus. You have to go into accessible stores, and it is a nightmare. But you don't have this frustration of, this would be easier if I was having a good day. This would be different if I wasn't having a pain day, or if I could just walk today, or, and it causes this like deep frustration in you, you know. Like I feel so guilty, shameful. I feel really like bad when I'm having a bad day that I need my chair because of how differently I'm treated from when I can stand and walk. It's bizarre. Do you know what I mean? People talk to you so differently. So like it's frustrating. It then means I don't then use my aids because of how I'm treated with them, out of like fear and stigma, and then I force myself into situations where I can't walk, or I'm worse because I am so afraid to use things that will help me. The amount of people that stare at me for using a rollator because that's an old lady's thing, you know, like old men use rollators too, but like, oh, I stole that from my grandma. Oh, did you get that from some old lady? You know, like, no, it's covered in fucking Steven Universe stickers for a reason. It's mine, you know. There's big stigma around AIDS. I've gone on a whole like 15-minute rant about this. I'm really sorry. But yeah, I got a new wheelchair and I'm trying to learn to be better at using it and not be afraid and not be shameful or whatever, you know. Like I feel like a lot of people do have that, you know. A lot of young people especially have a lot of shame when using walking aids or things they need because of the stigma that they're only for people who, they're either that one half is only for old people, you know, like canes, rollators, wheelie shopping bags, things like this. They are only for old people, which makes no sense. And then wheelchairs are for people who can't walk exclusively. And so there's this shame. If you stand up from your wheelchair because you need to stretch your legs out, oh my god, you're faking, you don't need it. Or if you're using a cane or you're using a rollator, you stole that from your grandparents, or you've stolen that from some old people. You're taking the opportunity from old people. You sit in the disabled seats, you're taking that from old people. Like, they're not old people seats, they're disabled seats. Anyway, I'm not going to go on a full-on rant about that forever. I think I've just been struggling a lot with it, you know what I mean? I've had a lot of shit my whole life. I've been disabled since birth, and really, you haven't, liar. You weren't disabled at all. Yeah, that's what I thought. And having like my whole family not believe me, and having everyone around me not believe me, having just a shit experience with it, you know. It's then like, because like I've just had a shit forever with it, you know. I think it's stupid that I feel like I'll only get accepted using these aids when I'm older or when I'm worse. You know, I've got to push myself and push myself and push myself to the fact that to the point where I cannot then walk at all. And I'm wheelchair bound, and people will then believe me and respect it, you know. It's anyway, I'm gonna move on. Ugh, let's think. Let's do some quick news things. I gotta give another massive thank you to one of you guys. The person who got us this tattoo, the strawberries and flowers and leaves and stuff, graciously got us another tattoo this year. Like, I'm not gonna say no to free art. So yeah, for my birthday again this year, it took a little while to get this, like, the appointment booked and stuff, but for my birthday this year, they also got us another tattoo. So I went full nerd this time. I did reveal one of them on Instagram and TikTok, so if you have seen that one, then this is brilliant. So yeah, let's have a look. Like, oh, what the fuck? Thank you so much. So yeah, we've got the first one. We have a little phone with a little speech bubble, and it says hello, hello. And yes, that's a Five Nights at Freddy's reference. Yes, it's a game and it's cheesy and whatever, but we've been obsessed with FNAF since, like, forever. Honestly, since it came out, we were obsessed with it. It's not something that we have ever talked about. I think it's because of fear of people thinking it would be, like, nerdy or cringy or something. But yeah, we have been a massive FNAF fan forever. We've watched every single playthrough. We quite often fall asleep to Markiplier's FNAF playthrough. Mental illness. And yeah, I really wanted to get something that would here's the other thing, as another thing, like, I was talking about this with Casey about DID. I don't feel like I have myself, Bo, the alter. I don't feel like I have an inner child. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of people with DID, our inner child is separate from us. You know, my inner child is Layla. And she's separate from me, you know, so I don't feel like I can do things that heal my inner child unless it was actual work with Layla, you know, like Layla's out and doing stuff and, you know, which isn't me. It's not me doing stuff to heal my inner child like somebody without DID would do. So I feel that as an adult now, I'm doing a lot to heal my inner teenager. I was a teenager. I remember being a teenager. I have a lot of memories of school and things. There are a lot of sections that I completely blacked out, but I was mainly fronting throughout my school years. And I think now, after all these years of trauma, I'm an adult, I'm out of that space and things. I feel like I'm healing my inner teenager, if you get me. You know, they always wanted tattoos. They were covered in drawings of tattoos. Was obsessed with things like music and gaming, and specifically indie games with, like, lore, lots of lore. And, you know, a massive emo, all this sort of shit. So I feel like a lot of the things that I'm doing at the moment, like getting dolls, you know, my teenage self really wanted dolls, but it was seen as quite childish. I had dolls as a kid, you know, but they were gone. They were taken off me when I was a teenager, even though I did still love them and I wanted to keep them, and I'm still quite doll obsessed. She's so pretty. And, like, I feel like, yeah, giving in to that inner part of me, you know, that wanted to be cutesy as a teenager, and I was just like, no, I'm an emo. I'm a girl, teenager. is also part of that, like healing my inner teenager rather than healing my inner child. So yeah, I feel like getting all these tattoos, getting the sleeve that they always wanted, and yeah. So I got the FNAF tattoo, and I'm fucking obsessed with it. Like, I've literally got FNAF t-shirts, I've got a bag that's got FNAF on it, I've got a little cupcake pen here, which I absolutely love. My favorite characters are probably Chica with the cupcake, and the puppet. They're my two faves. And Baby, actually, I do really like Baby. But yeah, I love it. And I've also realised that I quite like subtle tattoos. I figured out that I've kind of called them if you know tattoos. Because they're references that if you know, you know. Like, you know, we can start right from the bottom. We have a little BB-8, of course, which is quite obvious. It's Star Wars, but it's more, my birthday is Star Wars Day, so that's more why I have that one. Obviously, I do like Star Wars, and I love BB-8, but that's why. And then we have a rocking horsefly and a bread and butterfly here. Where is it? There. From Alice in Wonderland. Rather than like Alice or the Cheshire Cat. What else we got? Just some cutesy stuff, you know what I mean? We have this little prawn back here, which is a subtle nod to the Prawn song by Superorganism. If you don't know that song, I really highly recommend it. And just to Superorganism as a band and them. We have my little ratty for my rats. I am gonna get something for my kitties. I have a cube here, which is in reference to just my obsession with cubes. I'm literally obsessed with cubes, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. And then here are some of the more like if you know tattoos. So we have I've Got a Secret for the Mad, which is Dodie lyrics. Dodie is one of my favorite artists in the world. I've seen her like twice. I'm obsessed. I've got like 4 different Dodie t-shirts and merch, and she helped me through some shitty times. So we got Dodie. So it's like people just read it and they're like, oh, mental, and they don't know what it is. But if you read it and you know the song reference, then you'll know that it's a Dodie tattoo. And then what else? And then we got this one on my back. This is a long one. This video, I mean. And it says like ghosts in the snow, and that one is a secret MCR reference. I obviously am also obsessed with MCR, always have been, always will be. Favorite band, whatever. I don't care. And that is a line from 2 of their songs. It's just like kind of at the end of the song, just really subtly. And I always just loved it because, like, what does it mean? I always kind of took it as if you picture like white sheet ghosts, you know, like with the white sheet and the black hole eyes, and they're kind of see-through. If you picture them in a bedroom, you can kind of see them against the contrast of everything in the room. Whereas if you put them in snow, they would just be completely invisible, even though they are still kind of visible. Do you know what I mean? You'd only mainly see like their eyes. So it's like you're as invisible as ghosts in the snow. That's kind of how I took it. I don't know, I just like it as a phrase. And it's one of those ones that if you know, you know. And so now I've got 2 more if you know to add to the roster. I just like subtle reference tattoos like that. Also, this lovely Skelly girl combo is not a reference. I'm obsessed with fucking skeletons and women. I like bones and I'm gay. So yeah, now we have the subtle FNAF hello hello reference. It's not like a cupcake or Freddy's face or something. It's subtle. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you don't. Like, let's move on, you know? And then I also got this one, which was the main tattoo that I got. It's pretty sick. I've always wanted key tattoos. I don't know why. Keys are quite aesthetic. Yeah, so it is, I don't know if you can see it very well. Maybe if I stand up. Maybe if I stand up. Oh my god, I'm gonna fall. So it's like a key tag with keys, and the key tag is a room key tag from the Hotel Bella Muerte with a little skull at the bottom. And that is another subtle MCR reference. Not very subtle. This one's not so subtle because it's a direct line in one of the songs about staying at the Hotel Bella Muerte, which means beautiful death. And yeah, I like it. Oh, hello. We have another visitor. A Void. Hello, Void. Hello, Void. But yes, anyway, this has been long already. So yeah, thank you again to that subscriber for those. I very much appreciate it. I've just been chatting about absolute shit, haven't I? Alright. How are you? Tell me in the comments, how are you doing? How's life going for you? Hopefully it's going better than me. Yeah, I haven't really disclosed too much. I don't really want to, just there's a lot of shit going on, there's lots of stuff, and I'm trying to be okay, I'm trying to be stable and whatever, but so, yeah, I might end up talking about it at some point, but not right now. Yeah, I hope you liked my latest video. It was very different. It seems to be doing well. We have been losing subscribers constantly, like on the daily. We lose 5 or 6 subscribers, and I don't know why. We've lost about 200 in the last 2 months, which kind of sucks. So yeah, don't know why. If anybody has any knowledge as to why, that would be great. Ugh. And something weird happened recently that I haven't really wanted to talk about because I didn't really want to be like bitch bitch bitch, but it's kind of just set me in a bad place, I think. Tried to support someone and kept getting blocked from the chat. Was trying to say hey, it's me, how you been, and was getting blocked left, right, and center. So no matter what account I was on, either my name was blocked, I was blocked, and it really just set me off in a really bad place, I think. Because I've been losing subscribers. That happened. I've just been kind of sat here what have I done? You know, I know there was shit a while ago, drama, you know, and I mean that's fair if people want to unsubscribe or whatever because of that, but I don't know why this person would block me because of that. The sun went. I don't know. It's hard, you know, when you suddenly feel really alone because all your friends are not talking to you and you're being blocked and everything's just gone to shit. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into a downer one. Yeah. The what was it? Sponsorship that I was talking about, I don't think that's happening. I kind of said an email saying like, yes, I'm really interested, and then I got the same email back, like just a carbon copy of the first one, like, hi creator, and I was like, yes, hi, how can we progress with this? And haven't heard anything back since. So, but I do have a Zoom call with somebody tomorrow about something, so that could be interesting. I'm just gonna go and like find out more information about what it is and what it's for and all that jazz, and then yeah, we'll see whether I'll do it or not. But that could be exciting. Seems more genuine than sponsorship offer. But anyway, I'm gonna go. This has been a really long one. I didn't want to keep you this long. I was just ranting and chatting, but I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you've made it this far, tell me a if you know tattoo you would get or have. If do you have if you know tattoo, which is like really subtle, and like I don't mean like you got the Zelda Triforce, because like everybody knows that, you know, it needs to be something like the like Ghosts in the Snow or a quote or something that is really subtle, and only people who are in that fandom will know what you're on about. Tell me down in the comments if you have one, or if you don't, what you would get, because I love it. I'm probably gonna get too many if you know tattoos. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll see you later. Bye bye.